Do some walking once in a while. Yeah. So walking will help you there, physical activity. Stay mentally active is another idea. Stay mentally active. Do crossword puzzles, play bridge, take alternative routes when driving, learn some musical instruments, do something for music, stay active mentally, reading, do some reading. The third thing is socialize regularly. Now we start thinking, but this guy is telling us to socialize regularly, and we have been told to work from home. So how do we socialize when you're working from home? We are keeping social distancing. How can we socialize regularly? One of the things I found that helps, and one thing I do as I'm a part of Toastmasters. You might have had Toastmasters International, have meetings going on. And that gives you, because they meet on Zoom, you have an opportunity to socialize with a lot of people all over the world, because they are also based here. So you can actually socialize. You can have be at a meeting almost every day of the week with Toastmasters and socialize. There are also things we have done. We have things happening socially on functions, but do some regular socialize regularly. Get organized. Plan your days, plan what you're doing. So plan in advance. Do some planning. How can I plan this in advance? What do I need to do that makes it works well? So your planning is an important aspect also of to make things work better. Yeah. So that is an important aspect. Sleep well. Sleep well. And sleeping well, some of the things for ideas for sleeping well, sleep at the same time at night. Say about 10 o'clock, go to sleep. Avoid those long night things, but sleep well. Find a way that sleep well, darkening the room, making sure that you're not using the same room for sleep well. Find ways to get good sleep. And then the other one is eat healthy. A very important aspect is eat a healthy diet. Now, a healthy diet, and all of us know that the basis for many things is a diet, because that thing is what helps us grow, is eating. When we eat every day. But make sure, is my diet a healthy diet? Important, very important. Now, some of the things, the foods that improve memory, some of the foods that improve, they've done research. This is not from me. It's research that has been done over years. There are aspects that, some foods that actually help to improve your memory. They include things like leafy vegetables, whole grains, chocolate, of course, in moderation, eggs, oily fish, carbohydrates, green tea, beets. These are all things that actually help you, that help with that are helpful in actually getting your memory. They've done studies, and this is one of the things we have. Water. Water is something sometimes we forget to drink. Drinking enough water, I'd say about 2 liters a day is a good thing to actually have. 2 liters a day of water. Yeah. So have I had my water? Blueberries, coffee, garlic. These are the healthy things. I know sometimes some people say some things I don't like the smell of garlic. Or I don't like coffee so much. Or blueberries, they are too expensive. Those are the challenges we have when you are doing eating, that makes some people sometimes not actually eat enough of good foods. But you have an idea what you have there. And then it goes, the explanation goes on to say that the surge of your brain power, things like almonds, increase the blood flow to the brain. Brussels sprouts has a tryptophan which converts the serotonin in the brain. Blueberries improve the learning and motor ability. Lettuce helps increase blood flow to the brain and cleans blood plaque. Watermelon targets brain functions. Cantaloupe supports the brain. Cabbage, high intake of cruciferous may lower the risk of brain, lung, and prostate cancer. Apples, power of food. It's a power food that from the brain that for body and for the emotions. These are important things. Now you might be saying that, well, if I am eating healthy and I am doing all these things well and they're all here fresh, why is there still talking about, why is this company here and giving us supplementation? Unfortunately, I'd like to let you know that supplementation becomes important because we cannot guarantee the freshness or the quality of the foods that we are getting. That is why it becomes important. And the story of supplementation begins a time ago. Neolife was founded, the founder of Neolife began in 1958. When he was 19, he had a benefit because he was suffering from asthma, and his mother gave him things that helped his asthma. And because of that, he started saying, how can this be used how can I get it to other people? And with that, also have from a business. So Neolife was then formed, and not only by himself. I mean, there are people who came together. Neolife has a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. And because some of the things are important, we have a group of scientists, a scientific advisory board, the founder being the late Dr. Arthur First, who founded the scientific advisory board in 1976. And the board comes together and does research and says, what are the things that we need to give proper nutrition back to people? Because sometimes eating the foods, even if you try to, might not get back all that you need as much as you want. They still need to have, this still becomes important. And they're doing research constantly with scientists all over the world. Now, when you choose Neolife, you're making the right choice because of a few things. The Neolife has, there's non-GMO and full traceability. All the products I use have got a full traceability, and there's non-GMO, genetically engineered foods. And there's traceability. They can tell you where the thing came from, what farms. They do research from that level. Whole foods based nutrition. It's based on a whole food, not something it's a whole food. The grains, whole food. These are created by doctors and scientists. So doctors know what we need and what happens if we have lack them. So doctors and scientists are behind the creation of the products that we have. They are clinically proven and have human critical studies done before they actually presented. And then, of course, the company has a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing supplements. It's not a medicine, does not produce medicine, but has a pharmaceutical license. So they are serious in what they do. So Neolife was founded in 1950 in USA, but has a spread over, it's about in 55 different markets around the world. Now, the wellness pyramid is something that we need to think about because we require to learn. Sorry, let me just, excuse me. Let me just get this going. So we have talked about the sharpness of mind. That's what we need. Just to recap so far as we have gone. Then we talked about the major causes of brain degeneration, and we talked about the blood sugars. These are the things we have talked about already. And how to improve your mental health. These are the things we've actually gone through, which include physical activities, staying mentally healthy, socialize regularly, getting organized, sleeping well, eating healthy, manage chronic conditions, which we're going to talk about now. Manage chronic symptoms like high blood pressure, diabetes. Okay. We talked about the foods which are important for that, that improve brain health and functions. We went on to talk about the foods that are important and how they're important. These are the foods that we have, very good to have. But despite that, Neolife still comes in and says, even if we know this is what you have, sometimes we don't get the benefit from it because of how foods are produced nowadays. And this is what New Life does. So New Life, there's a wellness pyramid that New Life has, and which was not done from New Life. The World Health Organization came up with this. WHO is actually the one who says this is this is what we need to do. Now the lifestyle pyramid falls in that the basis of the pyramid should be your physical activities. How are your physical activities? The physical activities, it must be, you must have a good basis of physical activities and manage your weight. Your basis, your eating should be whole grains. Next, less fruits and vegetables, a little bit less proteins. And at the top of the pyramid, the smallest part should remain the fats and sugars. So the basis is whole grains. The physical is the basis. But what has been happening? The typical lifestyle we have nowadays, we overturn it. People don't do they don't do a lot of physical activities, and they're becoming overweight. Whole grains, we don't eat. Yeah, that is something we don't not really taste, we don't eat it. Fruits and vegetables. Normally you find fruits and vegetables being sold outside hospitals. That's where you start thinking about, oh, someone is sick, I need to buy some fruits for them. But normally on a day-to-day, we don't eat too much. Protein, we have our plates are full of the meats, nyama chomas, and and then the fats and sugars, fried foods, we find that this is upturned. And that is causing us a problem. So if we eat badly for a long time, you are going to affect your brain activity. And that might be the cause. What can you do to turn the pyramid right side up? What things can you do? Now, New Life comes up with a solution that we can actually get this thing done. One of the products they come that addresses this very well is something called the Pro Vitality Pack, which has got 30 sachets. Each sachet has got a product called TreaNN Grain Concentrate. I'll explain a little bit about it, which feeds your cells and enhances your energy. Carotenoid Complex, which protects your cells and optimizes your immunity. Which has omega-3 salmon oil plus, which balances and regulates your cells and maximizes good health. Essential vitamins and minerals, which nourishes your cells and more than just, it's not more than just a multi-mineral. And this pack gives you a good basis for turning around that healthy pyramid. We go on. The key benefits of this: powerful antioxidant protection, healthy brain function, which we're looking for in this case, youthful skin, hair, and nails, heart health, important, flexible, healthy joints, lifelong cellular health, immune strength, clear vision, all important things to have. Okay. I talked about the TreaNN Grain Concentrate. This product was first produced in 1958 because of the reason at that time when food processing became a thing in the 1950s, we started having challenges because we're removing the essential oils from fruits, which then affects how the cells work. We've got about 73 trillion cells which need to be fed. To feed your cells, you require, the membrane has to be supple, which is made supple by the lipids and sterols found in TreaNN from rice bran, soya, and wheat germ. They have done studies and they have proven studies that show the lipids, and there's studies which have been done and they show you without TreaNN, with TreaNN. These are studies which are done. They have done very well with it. Scientific background is recorded. So TreaNN is the basis. Another product we have is the salmon oil, omega-3 salmon oil plus. Now this product is has the following benefits: supports, the thing it does, it supports normal growth and development of immune function and cellular repair. Very important for that part. Also important in the place where you have newborn children, expecting mother, this is very important for them. Another thing, it supports a youthful brain function. That is why some people coming from the lakeside, like myself, you find a lot of them in academia and they're professors and they're doctors because we eat a lot of fish. But we have to still supplement salmon oil because sometimes the fish there got scavengers, and so youth function is helped there. Promotes a healthy balance of pro and anti-inflammatory factors. Very important, very important. Now it is balanced in that it has all the omega-3s available. Now, some people might be saying, oh, by the way, but I can get it from anywhere. You need to be careful. There's one time, one of the scientists on this who came around one time, one of Fred Hooper, said, let me look at the competition we have. What other people are selling omega-3s? And he went into a chemist and asked and checked the omega-3 there. And he looked at the contents on the side. Now, he's a scientist. Some of us are not. When he looked at it, he could not find any. And he asked the chemist, where is the omega-3 here? And the chemist told him, there is none. So one of the things sometimes we need to be cognizant of is that sometimes people might be selling, but they might be selling you a counterfeit or something that is not, but because they hear people say omega-3, sell it. In New Life, you are sure that what you get is what they say, is what they have there. It's clinically tested. Yeah, it's ultra pure. So these are the things that you can be sure about the supplements there. And then another product will help you in mind for the mind health is then mind enhancement complex, which optimizes the mental performance and for enhanced memory, focus, concentration, clear thinking, prompt recall. The key benefits include complementary benefits of 7 herbs to promote peak mental performances. It maintains the levels of neurotransmitter acclimatic, some technical terms there, strengthening the memory and concentration, helps protect delicate cerebral tissues. The details exclusive multi-herb formula combines complementary benefits of 7 herbs to promote peak mental performance, including gotu kola, red sage, rosemary, sweet basil, skullcap, and thyme. These are products that are quality and tried and tested. The products support your brain health. These are benefits that we have here. Yeah, and we go on. Other products that actually can be also supplementary, you can actually put it in there, you can add in there. Vitamin B complex. B complex has all your 8 V vitamins in a sustained release delivery form to support stress, energy, and healthy metabolism. Why do we say sustained release? Because B is a very fragile, it comes in, it gets lost very easily. So sometimes you take a B that is not sustained release, you don't get the benefits fully. But the New Life has had sustained release, that means it gives over 12 hours. So you always have the fullest benefit of taking a B supplement. Okay. Then we have also calcium, chelated calcium with 400 IU and vitamin D. This helps you give a good night's sleep, and we've talked about good night's sleep, and relaxes the nerves. It supports normal blood pressure, so people who have got blood pressure challenges, this will be helpful. Optimal nerve function and muscle function, a very good product to have. Then there's a nice drink, aloe vera plus. This drink refreshes, relaxes with juice from gel only, from optimal taste and efficacy. It has a special 3 times herbal tea blend with Siberian ginseng, ultra to energize, and chamomile and passion of the flower to calm and relax. It has potassium and magnesium electrolytes for a balanced metabolism support. Interestingly enough, aloe vera plus is tasty. It's like a drink. You drink it and it's just like drinking, almost like the Coke, but with benefits. Very tasty. Once you open it, keep it refrigerated. But a very nice one to have, and all those benefits for yourself. Then we have the New Life tea. It has got time for focusing your energy focus and fat burning. The things that the tea has is Panax, ginseng, cotton pieces, and pilosum. These are some of the herbs that you have there, which promote mental alertness and well-being. All these things are going towards a mental alertness of the brain that we have. Okay. Then another product is the CoQ10. As you get older, the CoQ10 in our bodies, we don't have these happenings. So it supports optimal function of the cardiovascular health, cognitive health, health of vision, hearing, new muscles development, retention, muscle cells, cell production, and renewal. A very good product as you are getting for them, as you get LD or 50, we start using it. And then now for kids, we have a program for kids. For the kids, we have things like the salmon oil, which is mini, has a bit smaller there. Vita Squares is also similar to the Tree NN, but for children. It has got Tree NN, has got the fruits, the vegetables, all in there, and it's chewable sweets, so they can benefit from it. And then also mind enhancement can be given to children. Now, these are things that we recommend. Are they actually helpful? Before I go on, I want to just call, because sometimes you say, this is just talk. Do we have results? I have with me a colleague of mine, a director in our business. Juliet will tell us a little bit about the story she's had by actually taking part and using the products. Juliet, tell us what you have discovered as a person in your life. Welcome, Juliet.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Julet Wahome Mwangi, and as Dan has said, we've been with him. I found him around in this company. For me, I joined in the year 2006. That is around 15 years ago. And I've since used the products. What is very interesting is that I actually started using the product even before I joined, because I am a firm believer in your health is your wealth. And what I would like to say is that I want to specifically talk about the brain health products that he has talked about, although I'll still mention others. But before that, I'd also like to say that apart from being a Neolife distributor at the level of director at the moment, I'm also a teacher by profession. I've taught for the last 23 years. The students I taught, most of them now have children. Some even have taken them to high school. And I thank God for that. And sometimes when we meet, they ask me, what is your secret? Like, I'm just 3 years shy of 50. I know ladies don't say their age, but when in your life, you'll not be shy to say your age because our products work. When we say younger for longer, it's true. So I've used the product and I've seen their benefits for myself and even for my family. I'm a mother of 4. And when I joined the company, a year after that, I was expecting my 3rd born, and I used the product all through. And I'd like to say, I've seen the benefits because that girl has performed well ever since. And even before her, now I said I had used the products before I joined. Her firstborn sister, when she was in class 8, I put her on this program of the mind enhancement, the omega-3, and the Vita Squares, which is equivalent to the whole grain, the Tree NN. And she actually was position 1 in Embu County with 438 marks. She was number 12 in that time it was being called the province, Eastern Province, which is now the Eastern Region. And she went on to join the school of her choice. And to date, she's really sharp. I attribute that to these products, they assisted. I also have a sister who is now in class 8. She's always on top of things. She loves books. She's able to maintain, that pressure. We know that 844 education has a lot of pressure. That's why I would like to tell parents, do not be shy to help out your children with the supplements. And what I'd like to tell you is that there's a lot of, things that are not organic out there. Things that are made from, I don't know which word to use, but what I'd like to tell you is that with Neolife, you're safe. Whatever you give your child, whatever you give your aging parents, whatever you take for yourself, you can be rest assured that they are safe to take and you can take them for the rest of your life. Because sometimes people ask me, okay, if you tell me about this aloe vera, for instance, how long should I take it? I ask them, how long should you eat food? Have to eat. So what I'd like to say is that these products are safe. So omega-3, the mind enhancement, the vital squares for the children. For us adults, as Dan has reminded us, we need the mind enhancement once in a while. Like now as we age, for us, we are getting into that age of the senior citizens. And it reaches a point where you are not as sharp as you used to be in your 20s. This is the time to keep on re-energizing our brain with these products. Don't listen to the people out there that, oh, these products are not safe. They are very safe within your life. The other thing I would like to talk about is I've talked about younger for longer. We have a skincare range. I know, Dan, we're not talking about skincare today, but let me just talk to the people out here and tell them. And when I talk about skincare, it's not only for women. You know, there are some men who never apply anything on their skin. They say, oh, it's for ladies. Everybody has a skin. It's the largest organ in our body, and it requires to be taken care of. The nutritional products from, the skincare products from Neolife, it's called Nutrients Skincare Range. It's fantastic. The skin, it's natural on your skin. And when you use it, you only get better every day, younger for longer. The other product I'd like to really say changed my life is I come from a family where we have a history of allergies, especially the upper respiratory problem and also skin. So I often would get boils, and I kept going to the doctor, and I would ask him, what's wrong? And he would tell me immunity or something, but I knew my immunity was not really an issue. So I did use there's the garlic allium. We have a product called the garlic allium complex. It's a natural antibiotic, natural antifungal. Will sort you out when it comes to anything to do with your skin issues. For us ladies, you know, some of these things that disturb us every other time you're going to the doctor for these fungal infections. You don't have to worry when you're in your life because you will naturally get rid of that problem. Actually, I can give an example of a customer of mine the other day. She called me because for her, the husband is one who has been my customer. He buys aloe vera plus, he just loves it. So she told me she's been going to the hospital very many times, being given the same meds for fungal. And I told her, we have product that can work. So I put her on the garlic allium. I put her on, we have a very good home care product, the Care, that is also a disinfectant, but very safe. So you can also use it. I may not go to details because now we are mixed, but you can inbox me, I'll tell you more. And the 3NN, which is, we say it's a basic product. Anybody in your life knows 3NN is a product that if you lack any other in your house, you need that. Because as Dan has told us, our cells, the cell is a basic part of the human being. That's where the nutrition starts. So when your cells are not healthy, even if you go taking your calcium or you go taking whatever, your apples and everything, most of them are going to waste because you're not able to absorb the nutrients the way you should because they find a hardened cell. You're not able to export the waste products as you should. So she called me after a week and she told me she's much relieved and she was really happy. So those are the stories that make us really encouraged in your life. In your life, we don't sell, we share the products. So I confidently tell people, just come here and use these products. You will not be disappointed. And I would like to say that for the upper respiratory, because I mentioned the skin, there is something we call the herbal respiratory complex. That one, if you use it alongside 3NN and the omega-3, you will forget about antihistamines. You know, this is, what do you call them? Cetirizine. It's a drug. We need it because you've said we are not doctors. When you're so down with the allergy, you'll need the drug. But I know most of you can bear me witness. It has so many side effects. One of which is, for me, when I take it, I overeat. I'm hungry all through. I do not know about other people. And also, of course, that sluggishness. But now, when you take herbal respiratory over time, those problems disappear, that allergy, even if you're asthmatic. For me, my mother was asthmatic. Mine, the doctor told me it was mild asthma. So one time, I had a cold for a whole month. I was wondering what's happening. Actually, I thought I had a chest infection. And I decided to do self-treatment. I was taking antibiotics over the counter. Then a friend of mine who is asthmatic sent me to a doctor in Adams Arcade to go for treatment. And I remember the doctor made a lot of noise to me and told me, you're not sick, you just have an allergy. And he gave me an inhaler. And I told myself, wait a minute. This inhaler, I'm only giving myself a week because couldn't sleep well at night. I would wheeze a bit. So what I later learned is that I was so allergic. I'm so allergic to dust and cold weather. So that day, because I had gone all the way to Nairobi, I live in Thika, I passed by New Life. And I told myself, you know what? Sometimes we go buying expensive dresses and shoes when you're sick. So I told myself, this little money I have, I'm going to make sure that I go home with a program for the upper respiratory health, because I knew it. And I bought that. To tell you the truth, I only used that inhaler for a week. And since then, I've never gone down anyway that way with the allergy. So I would like to tell you guys, don't suffer. Even CalMag, you know, I'm so excited about this product. I can talk the whole day, but Fred didn't give me a lot of time. If you have problems with your bones, joints, or even you don't sleep well, ladies, you know, calcium, we give it, a lot of it to our babies. Take CalMag. When you buy it, don't take one. Take 3 at night before you sleep. And call me after 1 month and tell me how you're feeling. Because we need to go live feeling good. I'm one person who likes to exercise. And I'm telling you, I'm 47. So if you don't take care of your joints, for instance, they will complain because you're not 20 anymore. So when you want to do jogging, when you want to squat, when you want to do whatever, when with CalMag, you will be flexible. You'll have flexible joints. Obviously, even full motion. Full motion has something we call glucosamine that makes the joints supple. So don't worry. Here we are a one-stop shop for your health. And because today we're not talking about home care, probably another day we will. We also conserve our environment because we don't use, we don't use products that harm our environment. They are all safe for use within our environment. So what I would like to say is that if you want to stay younger for longer, if you want to keep the sugar away, my husband is diabetic, and when the company brought botanical balance, he has never stopped talking about it because his blood sugar levels had never gone to normal. But when you use the botanical balance, he could not believe it. In fact, he kept saying, okay, I'll keep taking. You know, men are a bit skeptical. Today, he cannot stay without that botanical balance. There's a time he was over 100 kilos. I insisted on the weight loss program. It was not easy. It was tough. So we made the program, and within at least a month, and he was not extremely that disciplined that he should, he lost 6 kilos. He actually looked even light-skinned. What does that tell us? We carry a lot of toxins in our system that even make our skin look dull. So if you go that mile and tell yourself, I want to do something for me, you see, what I've discovered is that we are so mean to ourselves most of the time. You think that if I spend, like, for instance, 5,000, 10,000 on supplementation, I'm not being kind, or rather I'm being extravagant. Whereas, what about when you get sick? That time you're not even choosing. Now, when you choose to use a supplement, you're using them because you're preserving yourself. So don't wait until the time you cannot move. Don't wait until the time when you're so down or when your family member is so unwell, like your parents back home. Everybody needs these products. So, and also the opportunity. I told you I'm a teacher by profession. Currently, I'm a principal at a school somewhere in Ruiru. But I'm retiring soon, you know. So this business will no longer be part-time for me soon. It's going to be full-time. And I can't wait because I really like to make a difference in people's lives. So what I would like to ask our guests today is that join, for those who would like to make an extra coin, come on board. You know, as you share the products, you share the opportunity and money comes into your account. Like I can say that lately this time I was so busy, I was not really into the networking, but I was still receiving something called residual income. Because once you bring people into the business and they are doing the business, the company, the system does not forget. So you always get paid. So do not be misinformed. There's a difference between pyramid schemes that come and go. New Life has been here like forever, if I may say. Because I personally, when I joined in 2006, it had been here since 92, Dan? It's been here. So people, what I would like to say is, let's use the products, especially this time of COVID. Please don't be down with COVID. I personally got it and I didn't realize. I only realized because some people in my house said they cannot taste or smell. So I insisted, let's go for the testing. But you know, we had been on vitamin C and zinc. And we've had doctors saying people need to take zinc and vitamin C. Look no further, we have it. So because we had been on that, it was just like a mild flu that passed. You can imagine. So what am I saying? Any kind of illness, anything that comes, be it a pandemic, be it what, if you have given your body what it needs, it will find a strong defense system that will fight back, and you'll be in a position to withstand whatever it is that comes your way. So I would like to thank you for listening, and over to Dan. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this. God bless.
Wow. Thank you, Juliet. I mean, I hear that and I say, I should be in this business again and again and again. Yes, New Life came to Kenya in 96. 96 is when New Life came. And some veterans like myself, I was joining in South Africa, and Fred here was in the business in 96. So we have been here 25 years and we're not going anywhere, I think. But well done, Juliet. I see the stories. When you start using products, you can't help yourself but talk and talk and talk about it. And that also helps you build a business, but not, and build something for yourself. So just as we are finishing off, I'd just like to mention this. Remember some of the things that we have said. Sorry about that. We've gone through a lot of things here. We've gone through a lot of information about our business. There's a lot of information. Don't fall. It's all out there. You can actually get it from any of the distributors. But this is the information we have gone through. So we've talked about the products that are there and some of the things behind it. Now, you've heard the stories from Juliet. A healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy lifestyle. If your body is healthy, then other things come out well. Now, some of the target solutions I have in Neolife are quite a number. So you've got things, and Juliet alluded to them earlier: bone health, things like for bone and joint health, stress management, sharper mind, weight management, heart health, energy and fitness, digestive health, immunity, sugar levels, men and women's health, fertility, libido issues, hormonal balances, PMS, menopausal challenges, children's health, are all things that can be addressed with supplementation. But remember clearly, please, let us be very clear. We are not, if someone is seriously sick, see a doctor. But if you want to be healthy, which is our responsibility, supplement. Yeah, and it's almost the same thing. But sick, when someone is very sick, see a doctor. When someone just wants to maintain health and avoid sicknesses, supplementation and good eating. Good eating, supplementation. Remember, I started with eating the foods, then the supplementation. A third of your diet should be supplements. As we are doing this, we are in business. And I'm not going to talk about how the business works, but just think about it. The business, as myself, Juliet, and myself, and Fred, are in this business. We are linked to Neolife. As we talk about our stories, we find people who say, I want to do the same as you do. And I want to build a business. I have lost my job. I need something to do. They become business builders. Then we have got people say, I just want some products. They become consumers. And there's some who say, I don't want just products. I want even to sell some products. So you have people who are business builders who want to build a business. And there's a way of building a business and building teams. There are people who are just consumers. There are people who are sellers. One of the things, and I just mentioned here, one of the things that we don't, there's something called the point value, which Neolife took to have a general equal playing field across the world for every market where we have to have an equal playing field. So they use point value. Point value is not a strange thing. Supermarkets have PV, point value. Loyalty points, they call it. Safaricom has Bonga points, which you can be translated into. Now you can buy things with Bonga points. And here you can even buy a plane ticket. You can buy many things with Bonga points. So there are points we are approved. And people are looking for those points. But those points are small things you're doing for over a long period of time to actually get them. In fact, there's a supermarket I go to where they have points. 1 point is 85 cents. And after a small period of time, after I bought for about 3 months, I can go and buy one small thing because the points can create money. Funny thing, do you know that the points in your life are income generating? Because 1 point is equal to $1, 150 bob per point. And the points we have are not just standalone points. Anyone you introduce also, and the points that they also have can add up to your points and you can build something. So the benefits are personal. You can start building something. When people are buying and you introduce them there, others are buying. That's why Juliet talks about having some money. The system that works. The points is an income generating. So even if you don't want to do business, you don't want, be like the person going to a supermarket and getting loyalty points, get in just to get points. As you're buying for yourself and recommending, you're making money. You're making money. Share the opportunity. Don't worry about, just say, I want points. And that's how you can actually get there. 1 point, 150 is a dollar. Other benefits, personal growth, leadership development, international travel. I remember spending a whole month in Germany and France, retire and healthy and be active, building lasting relationships and residual income are some of the benefits you get from actually being part of this business. I have not explained it, but you can find out more from the person who invited you here. Every time we get products, we deliver to your doorstep. In 2020, when we had lockdown and I left the house 5 times, but I had more customers around. I had customers in America, I had customers in Uganda, I've got customers in South Africa, I've got some customers in Europe, I've got some customers in Nairobi. Without leaving the house only 5 times, I was able to supply the customers because we deliver to the door. That is new life. This is what we have, a solution and many things that can happen with it. I hope you have seen something that maybe might be beneficial to you. Explore it a bit further. But this is what I have found benefits in, and I hope it is helpful in thinking about getting our minds healthy. I'll hand it back to Fred, but thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being with me this afternoon. Fred, over to you. Is Fred there?